Hello everyone, and welcome to another horrific review. Well, I thought I may as well give this a bash and I had a bit of time, got a lot of stuff sorted out today, so it's movie watching time. And as per yesterday, remember I was debating the chance or the thought of whether to watch the prequels or not of a couple of movies. Well, Orphan First Kill was available, Pearl wasn't for some reason. I'll need to look into that, but not available on Amazon. Might be available on other platforms. I'll have a nosy. But I went with the one that I could actually buy. So there you go. First thoughts. This was better than the first one. Now, I know I've got my reservations about prequels, but definitely a tighter story, better pacing, and it doesn't mess about. My concern just about the original Orphan movie was that it just took a wee bit too long getting there and then crammed everything at the end. This one, not so much, just start to finish, even paced. The twist in this story, very well done. Happened early enough that it could be played with. So we didn't have all this exposition and then final twist at the end and then all crammed in. This actually managed to put the twist in early and then run with it. I don't want to spoil it. Let's just say that both these, this could be a movie in its own right without being part of the franchise, if that makes sense. This story could have been told as its own, and both movies can operate independently of each other, even with the same cast, even with Isabel Furman playing Esther, and God, I should have wrote her name down. Her Estonian version, Lena, I think it is. But yeah, we get to see Lena as her. I'll probably get that wrong. Correct me. I'll go back and I'll go through it. But we'll see her in her full force. She's a master manipulator. She is deranged. She's driven. Like, there's no mess. She is basically Hannibal Lecter type character. You know, that's the best way. There's no redeeming qualities about her. She is just focused on what she does. There is no negotiating, placating. You know, she's just that sort of person. But what happens is when she meets, it's almost like a superhero, supervillain type thing, if that makes sense. Except they're all villains. Very interesting way to put it. What I will say is both these movies, two different directors, they don't like older brothers. Obviously, this franchise has an issue with older brothers. We'll just leave that because neither character in either movie, the older brother character, has not played well, as in the way the character was portrayed, not the acting. What I will say is, like in both movies, like the actors made an effort. You know, they were on their game and doing what's required of them. I'm tired of movies where the stars of the show just dial it in. You know, they're just there going through the motions. Here we have a bit of drama, intrigue. We have a meet your match sort of thing going on here, which was really good. Great to see Julia Stiles back again. Haven't seen her in a while. Took me on another like dark hair in this, but God, she's amazing. She is one of the most underrated actresses, I think, out there. Like, she plays this sort of subtle undertone character, but you know, in other movies she kind of plays subtle undertone, not overstated. But she's a really solid actress. I think she needs more leading roles, if I'm honest. She really has the chops to like do something on her own, you know, as in a franchise or something. She has the physicality, you know, like when it comes to the action scenes and so on, and she has that, you know, she can do it. She commits to her role. She has the acting ability. I don't understand why she doesn't get more roles. Like, she's a supporting role in the Bourne series, with the Boar series, you know. She was wholly wasted in that movie. Even though it's not my sort of scene, I did enjoy Save the Last Dance. That had the potential to be like a really wooden. I know it's not horror, but I'm just talking about the actress so much has been in what I've seen. Um, that had the potential to be a really wooden, boring movie, and she really played the part well of that and brought about emotion. So, really like to see. I'd really like to see more of her and stuff. Honestly, Isabel Furman playing Esther, brilliant. She's. I remember there was a couple of things online because obviously searching for the thumbnails and all that kind of stuff. There was a whole thing about her being she's in her 30s now, playing this role. Now there was a bit of CGI trickery and body doubles, which makes sense. And things like imagine using like larger chairs and stuff you're sitting on. I imagine they use the same technology that they did in the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, because that's obviously, God, hello, what was that, 25 years? No, it can't be that long. God, it probably is. Oh my God, I'm old. But they were able to use that technology for the dwarves. The guy plays Gimli was like the largest, the tallest member of the cast that hadn't played a dwarf, you know what I mean? So there's that technology. They've obviously refined it for this. They still have to use, just me looking, I haven't confirmed this obviously, but it looks like they used a child stunt double for some of the scenes. But bloody hell, this could have been awful. Let's be honest. This had every potential. It's a prequel. It's been shoehorned into a franchise. It's been 12 years apart from the original. Everything's there for this to go horribly wrong, and it didn't. They actually managed to produce a tight movie in its own right. The Trisha Esther playoff against each other was brilliant. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh my God. Gotta love live streams. Probably fine, and then all of a sudden, can't edit that out. Yeah, the whole playoff between the characters. Alan, the father. How can I do this without spoiling it? Well, we kind of know from the first one if you watched it. So, Lena takes the identity of Esther. Who I'm missing now, but kind of jumbled out. It explains how she managed to take the identity of Esther, what she did about it. And it was interesting, and it was just potluck. There was no over contrived plot, which was really good. There was a chance for people, especially Hollywood today, to try and overthink this and make it into some contrived overcomplicated plot, and it didn't. The knights just fell where they landed. That's what you got, and then I had the rest of the story. It kind of, there's a wee bit with Alan and Esther. It could have went another direction, or they were teasing you it was going another direction, and I actually thought that when I was watching this, but it didn't go that way. And when it did, it was a wee bit, oh, really? And then it just got, once it got the twist on the way, really good. And then the playoff afterwards, brilliant. There's also a wee bit of a note to Flowers in the Attic in this. If you know, you know. There's a scene in their bedroom with a bowl of pasta. I just saw the connection to Flowers in the Attic, which was really cool. Oh, Hiro Kanagawa's in this. If you remember him from Godzilla movie, God, what else has he done? He's done a few other things. He plays Columbo in this. I know I'm joking, but he plays a detective who knows exactly what's going on. He's a Columbo type detective. Plays it really well, and yeah, really enjoyed his character. what else can I say? See, I don't want to spoil it for you. Uh, Obviously, as you can tell, I really enjoyed this movie. Without a doubt, it was actually a lot of fun, and I wasn't expecting much. I think that's what really surprised me. I was expecting something bland because it was a prequel. Uh, I was expecting something overdone and overcomplicated, and was wholly surprised. And yeah, the actual pace of the story, the acting was fun. I was invested. It's really good when you're watching a movie, and this is what I've noticed. With Lovelace, there's some movies I'm watching, and if I wasn't going to do a review on it, I'd have switched it off or walked away and done something and just let it play out and not cared. Listen here, you know what I mean? I was present in the moment and I was watching it. A wee bit with Orphan, the first one, towards the end, I was getting a wee bit of, can we wrap this up now, please? I wasn't getting with this. And it worked out nicely. The way they led it, setting up for the next one, was done really well. They gave Esther her own agency as a character and a villain. There was a wee bit, I thought there was going to be a bit of a danger where they're going to try and do because you're not allowed villains anymore in Hollywood. And I actually thought they were going to make her like an anti hero type thing, you know what I mean? Because that's the bloody trend at the moment. It really annoys me. Um, here's what normies don't understand about horror. We revere the villains as much, if not more, than the heroes. In horror, it's all about the villains. If you don't have a good creature, supernatural being, killer, if you don't have a good villain in a horror movie, you're stuffed. Usually, especially slashers, the heroes, the good guys, are the cannon fodder. And there's a wee bit of it, like I said, a lot of these normie morons are trying to move into horror now because they've burnt everything else in their path. So there was a danger. They were hinting at the sort of anti-hero, oh, she's not bad really. But thankfully, that was toned down. We got to see Esther in her full glory as a villain. And she's a worthwhile villain. This is a good character. This is a good original character that's been created. I'm worried that there might be a sequel and they might start ruining her, which would be a shame. Because nobody will always talk about rehashes, remakes, reboots, and not enough original characters. Well, here's an original character. Here's another original story. Here's a potential, because the first movie, until they're actually wheeled on the gurney and they're on the autopsy table, they're not dead. You know what I mean? Until the pathologists has done the famous Y on the chest, they're not dead. So there's every opportunity she can come back. They've shown with this movie as well that they've got the camera effects, they've got the technology for her to keep going. And plus, sorry. God, I got the sniffles today. It's really bad. Just came out of nowhere. For sake, and I was out today and out in the fresh air, and all must be a fresh air hit me instead of breathing tube dust from the underground. But yeah, here's the potential for a franchise, because they can quite simply keep her going. They've done it with other ones, and they don't have to worry about aging, because her condition doesn't mean she's stuck in time. If that makes sense, she has the body of a 9-year-old, but it's a gland that kind of keeps her. But there's nothing saying that she can't age and still be. She's basically a human version of Chucky, and there's no reason why can't keep her going for a bit. But there you go. God, I'm trying so hard not to spoil this. I got into the sort of plot, but yeah, here's a brand new character. Here's been going for a while. Here's a chance. I'd say another 2 movies and then maybe knock it in the head. There's opportunity because you've seen her operating in the actual institution in Estonia, and you've seen her abilities to manipulate and control. There's a storyline there. Just think Cult of Chucky. Think The Following. The one with can't be God's sake, mine's gone. Think of that. There's potential for this franchise to go that direction. Think of like Saw after Part 3. So there's potential for it to go that way. And it could use child actors, it could use a variety, because you saw her in originally with Max, how she was able to actually have control over her. The only problem is that they changed it to bullying and terrifying her, which there was no need for, because first way they had her, had that girl, when she had that wee girl under control, was brilliant. So we can play with that sort of aspect. The actors can pull it off, no bother. We've seen her ability now. This is the one where, so many years apart, worried, but nah, she can pull this off. We can get another couple of movies out of this and go different directions without retreading the same path. There's every possibility here. So let's see what happens. But I'll wrap it up here. Really enjoyed this movie. Better than the first one. Though I didn't hate the first one. I had a few issues, but this was wholly better and well worth the watch. So I've stuck a link in the description. Check it out. Do the clicky typey things that we need to keep us growing. We'll get more people day by day. And don't forget to support our artists that help us out and take part and showcase their works. And until next time, keep it creepy, keep it horrific.